Well, Sean, 3-0 win today against Eards. Thankfully, the referee allowed the match to go on despite the rain.
Yeah.
How pleased are you that he did that?
Very, very pleased, obviously, because of the 3 points at the end of the game. But, you know, it's credit to both sides. I was here from around 10:30 this morning, and Daz, Billy and Win the Groundsman, they were already working hard on it. Kev Lloyd as well, I've got to mention Kev as well. I dived on with a pitchfork, like the staff dived on with pitchforks before the game, at half-time. You know, obviously, full-time now it's a little bit of a mess, but, you know, credit to Airbus, you know, they came down. Initially, the pitch itself was in good condition. It was always going to deteriorate, obviously, you know, with the weather conditions, but, you know, full credit to Airbus. They wanted the game on, and we knew we were going to be in for a game today. They were on a bit of a good run, 2 good away wins, but we were excellent for minute one. What's pleased me most, and I said it there just at the end to the boys, what's pleased me most is the aggressiveness that we're showing. We're showing a bite, we're showing a tenacity in everything that we do, because when you have a front four, you know, like we do, and when you have the likes of Sean Kavanagh and Kev Lloyd that can come on and give you something different, you know, in the attacking thirds, you know, we can create chances. We created a number of chances in the first half, which was pleasing. We were 2-0 up at half time, which was great, and we knew in the second half it was a case of managing the game. We scored a third, you know, credit to Reece. I thought him and Gaz again were colossus. It was good to welcome Chrissy Williams back, and Clive can basically play anywhere, to be fair. But no, absolutely thrilled. It's a massive win. It's a massive 3 points.
Yeah, what was, we know that Eards are a good side. We had a tough match with them away, of course, and they've been on a good run, as you mentioned now. What was your game plan against them?
Game plan, when you play against a team like Airbus, they like I stated, you know, sort of pre-match, they've got individual players that can hurt you. They possess that little bit of quality. Now, the argument that all teams have had and people have had this year is, oh, you know, Airbus don't like going away from home, but listen, they give us a right good game today, and we knew that. You know, first against second was always going to be the case. Just to be aggressive, really, just to try and get a foothold early, and we felt the same against Guilsfield a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, it was just without the ball, to be disciplined, to keep a rigid shape, take responsibility, you know, for your opposition number, and win 7 or 8 out of the 11 battles that were on there. And I felt as though we did that today. They had spells. I felt Rambo's handling was fantastic. You know, they put a lot of deliveries in the second half, but we defended resolutely. And I think to keep a clean sheet against Airbus, you know, obviously people say, you know, credit to the back four, back five of Ramsey, but as a team, we defended really, really well, and we created a lot of chances. So yeah, just really, really happy, really happy.
And again today we started well, because we did have a few matches a month or two ago where we were a bit slow off the box, out of the box. We started well today. Would you agree with that? And how important do you think was that first goal by Darren?
Oh, it's vitally important. Vitally important. You know, don't get me wrong. Had Airbus had nicked it, you know, obviously, you know, the Covies are the Covies. You know, we find ourselves 3-1 down away at Denby with 20 minutes to go and managed to claw it back. So had Airbus had taken a lead, I had confidence that within the boys anyway. But you and I spoke, Paul, off camera about starts to games, and, you know, I think they're underestimated. I think they're underestimated, you know, in the world of football. I think if you start early and you look to impose yourself on the game early, it sets a precedent. And, you know, certainly the last 2 games, we played the second place team and the 3rd/4th place team there in Guilsfield, and we've started games really well. And it's little things. It's, you know, something positive happening. It's an attempt at goal. It's a tackle. It's a commanding header from like a you know, member of the back four, something like that, just to get you going. And I don't know what it is, but just mentally, just G's everyone up. And, you know, like you said, good goal from Darren. Credit to Breezy as well. He's shown a lot of composure, you know, in the mess down this end. And then Reece scored a great header. He had a good battle up there with Lewis Buckley today, and he could have scored another had it not been for a goal line clearance. So yeah, absolutely thrilled. I'm really, really happy for the boys, because we prepared really well this week. We trained with a really good intensity, and yeah, it puts us in a good position. It's on to next week now.
And how nice was it to welcome back Chris Williams and Nathan Craig, of course?
Yeah, good quality. You know, I'm part of the left foot brigade as well, so I'm going to be biased with them, like, to be fair. But Chrissy's been great. He's trained twice this week, and he came through unscathed. He did give me a signal with about 15-20 minutes left that he was struggling and he was leggy, but he's been out for a number of months. But, you know, Nathan can do that job there. And, you know, despite it being a little bit of a mess, you know, the Jamie Crowthers, the Nathans, the Evos, the Dazes in tight situations, they possess so much quality. And it's good to see, you know, we had chance after chance in the first half. And, you know, I think had it been 3 or 4, I don't think many people would have complained. But the score remained at 2. We nicked that third. You know, like I said to you then, I wasn't comfortable, to be fair, even with 5 minutes left, being 3-0 up. Because like I said, I go back to their individual quality as well. But no, really good to welcome them back. And like I said, we'll get a good week under our belts now, ready for Holywell next week.
Yeah, that's another tough match to look forward to, isn't it, Sean?
Yeah.
What do you expect from them?
I expect a really tough game. You know, I believe Johnny was in attendance today. One of my good mates, Sean, was as well, their keeper. Tough game. You know, a team full of heart. You know, recently brought back Sean Tuck as well, you know, to add to attacking options. But yeah, it's going to be tough. They give us a really, really good game here. It's my second game in charge. And you know, we done really well as far as set pieces go. I think with games, how tight they're going to be, like at the top, and certainly how tight the running's going to be. You know, I think you have to plan sort of quite meticulously. So we'll go there. We've got to match their heart. We've got to match their spirit, their desire. And hopefully, you know, our quality, you know, in the final third we'll create a number of chances. But, you know, it's going to be an absolute humdinger. It's going to be a good crowd, lively crowd. They're going to be up for it right from minute 1. We know we have to match that, because if we don't, we'll be on the losing side. But no, really looking forward to it. And yeah, hopefully we can get another positive result.
And finally, Sean, not a Welsh Christian this time.
Not a Welsh Christian, no, pressure's off. Pressure's off, yeah.
But yeah, what about that dive at the end?
Do you know what? It's one of them. Like I think I've said in previous interviews, I think there's times and a place like to throw a little bit of banter here and there, but yeah, the Covey Army I think drew me in. Turned round and Nathan Craig was just saying like do it, which is surprising like for Nathan really, but. Yeah, I think Wynne, the groundsman, wasn't looking at the time, so I managed to get an Eards dive in, like, to be fair. But no, credit to him. You know, the weather was quite atrocious, to be fair. It's not a nice day to be watching football, but they come out in the numbers. We scored our first goal and our second. The roar from behind this goal was unbelievable. And obviously the second half, they go behind the shed there, and they're unbelievable. They need to realise that they're absolutely crucial in the running. I'm sure Daz will organise the buses, etc. We'll take a massive following there, make a lot of noise next week, and you know, hopefully that will get us over the line.
Well done. Congrats today, job done.
Diolch. Thanks a lot, Paul.
Thank you.
Diolch, mate.